100 years ago, the dark wizard Hollowell raised an army and tried to conquer the world. He was stopped by an unlikely hero, Sheriff Aesop Stormwood. As Hollowell died, he prophesied that he would be reborn twice more and rise again. Stormwood looked him in the eye and said if Hollowell did, his descendants would strike him down. Sheriff Aesop Stormwood went on to form Stormwood and Associates to make sure they'd be ready for Hollowell's returns. A private detective, security, and federally licensed magic users agency. 25 years ago, Hollowell returned for the first time, and a Stormwood made good on Aesop's promise. But the third coming of Hollowell may not be so far in the future. But the young Raz Stormwood just might know it's coming, and she plans to be ready. Previously on Stormwood and Associates. The team is currently in Morris Helada, where they've been on the hunt for fugitive technomancer Mikhail Enris, because they hoped he'd be able to identify the contents of the Soul Stone that Kel used to carry around with him, along with what the heck the football, in big air quotes, does, which is the big, powerful magical item that they found at the Greyhaven estate, which also they recently found out opens up and is hollow. It's weird. Anyways, they've found him. They've found Mikhail Enris, and currently, just subdued him in the back of a restaurant that he was running under the alias Dave, and also pretending to be a human and not an elf. But, yeah. Also, further notes, please remember that Kel has been gone for months on a mission with Barrow Mackay. And, also, a minor content warning, there is a description of a violent scene, the aftermath of a violent scene at the end of this episode that's a little bit more graphic than we normally do here on the show. So, just a heads up. But anyways, so they've got Mikhail Enris, and now they've got to convince him to help them.
And I've got a thingy I need your help with. So I'm sorry we had to be a little rough with you. But it's a little hard to just outright and ask you, hey, how does this soul stone work in the middle of the day in your taco shop?
I mean, it would have been weird, but what? My hands are tied. What are you going to do to me? I know I'm on. Are you bounty hunters? Or
we were not aware there was any sort of bounty. That's not really what we do.
Yes, we
private
were.
Investigator. Well, sometimes we're bounty hunters.
100%. We knew there was a bounty. What do you? What?
You're playing nice. Also, I might have forgotten some details.
That's the whole reason we came. Yeah, so no, we're not here to collect on the bounty. We just need your help, and I'm really sorry about knocking you out on the ground. That was like you. Also, I'm sorry I crashed your car. It was really, we've had rough stuff with people and Mustangs and.
Yeah, we got bad memories.
This has not been one of our better days.
Oh. So you just want me to look at magical items? You said something about a soul stone?
Yes, a soul stone, and we need some info about a particular soul stone, and it's
if we recall, you learned how you can call a soul from the ether and bond it through the soul stone to a person, and you found out that a person can take their own soul out of themselves and put it into the stone.
Right. Okay.
You just don't know what is in this stone. And also, you have no idea about anything about the football besides the fact that it also opens up and is hollow and is like cushiony inside and is weird and is the scariest thing you've ever seen.
Another reason I didn't bring it. scary. Anyway.
So, all right.
So, well, among other things, we have a soul stone here, and I don't know what's in it, and I'd like to know.
Oh, okay. You holding it out?
Uh-huh. Pull it out and show it to
All
me.
right, he just pulls his hands out like the zip ties were nothing, and like you see the
Seriously?
two halves of the zip ties fall around. He picks it up and looks at the soul stone. Well, this is really interesting. We'd have to go back to my apartment with my tools. I've been focusing on tacos, but I can do other things.
That's vaguely creepy, but also probably our best option.
Why is... No, I mean, I can do things other than tacos. Do you know how hard it is to summon the perfect guacamole from the ether? But also how much more cost-effective it is than the current cost of avocados? Also, the environmental impact.
I mean, there are advantages to grabbing another universe's guac instead of your own, so
we're
yeah.
in a desert. It's very hard to get fresh vegetables here.
I get that.
I have my magical battery. I've been building gateways to summon magical ingredients from other worlds. It's very, very useful. Unless it goes wrong and you summon Steve.
Steve?
Steve is the worst. Steve is banned from the restaurant. If there's a problem, they can solve it. If you need to find someone, they can do it. Stormwood and Associates is a detective, security, and federally licensed magic users agency. If you need help, they'll be there. But don't get in their way, or else you'll get caught in the eye of the storm. Okay, let's go back to my place. You banged up my car, so why don't you give me a ride?
That's fair. You guys think that's fair? I think that's fair.
Yep.
He also walks over to his car, pats it on the side. The lights blink, and the car pulls off and drives away on its own.
That's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie.
Unfortunately, while it's healing, the seatbelts don't work, so I will have to ride with you. He gets into the passenger seat of the car. Of the passenger seat of the SUV.
All right, in the back then.
Okay.
We don't have the third row in right now.
Who's gonna be in the trunk?
It's not the first time I've been in
three
one.
Belts,
Just a sec.
I'll be in the middle. I'm the
I think it's
smallest.
less room.
You're driving. You don't take up much less room than me. You're just shorter.
Yeah. Okay.
You've got wide hips, Babbitt.
I don't know what to say to that.
Actually, I think also in your official character art, you do have wider shoulders than she does. All right, so everybody squeezes in, and you drive back to Mikhail Dave whatever's place. The Mustang has beaten you there and is already parked. I'm assuming you guys are going to go back to you guys walk to his apartment. Everybody's going with?
I think so.
Yep.
All right. He gets to the door. He unlocks it. Sheila is outside smoking and flips all of you off. but also looks really concerned because she's never seen him as Mikhail before. Hello, Sheila. What the absolute fuck? This is normal. These are normal things. And he opens the door and walks in.
Follow him.
All right. He turns on the
Okay.
lights. It's the same apartment that you saw before, magazines and newspapers piled on the coffee table. He walks into the spare bedroom, hits the lights. Mysteriously, some of the question marks have now been replaced with other symbols on the board on the taco recipe. This calculation will keep working on itself. All right. Let's take a look at that soul stone of yours again.
Okay.
So, clearly this is an occupied stone. There is someone in this.
Right. I figured out that much, but I was worrying, like, who or what. Like, I don't want some horrible beast from the ether to pop out of it.
So, I must warn you. I can tell you whose soul is in this stone, and I can assure you that whoever it is will be perfectly safe.
Okay.
But there is a large but. If this is
Sorry.
someone's soul that they have removed from their own body, nothing will change. We will be able to contact the soul and speak to it, but because it is still the original soul of a person walking around, it will be fine. If this is a soul that was summoned from the ether and attached to someone else's body, because that body already has a soul, while the soul in the stone will still be safe as long as this stone is intact, it will no longer be connected to the body that was walking around with it.
Oh.
So I can assemble a device out of these parts in just a few minutes, because I frankly have half of them already done. I can assemble something that will allow you to contact whatever soul occupies this gem. But if it is a person, if the soul is from the ether, it will only then still just be in this gem. They will be safe, but they will no longer be running the body that they have stolen.
Okay. All right.
If you wish to speak to the soul in the gem, I can facilitate that, but you must know the risks ahead of time.
What?
That if this is a soul that is currently imprisoning someone else's body, that person will be free.
When you put it like that, it sounds pretty good.
I mean, yeah, that sounds kind of aight, really.
Okay. We can do that. Now, what is this other thing you wanted to talk to me about?
So he had this other magical
Do you have, like,
MacGuffin-y.
photos or anything?
NK says, 1 minute, I gotta get something from the car. NK heads out.
Not surprised. So you have this, like, magical MacGuffin-y thing. It's a, it kind of looked like a football. It was the scariest magical thing I've ever encountered.
Neat.
And then the other...
That sounds exciting.
Yeah. Whew. Yeah, so it was the scariest magical thing I've ever encountered, and, It opened up, and it looked like it had padding inside, and I don't know what it is.
And NK comes back with a duffel bag.
Seriously?
Puts the duffel bag on the table.
Oh my god.
Unzips it. And it's the football. She brought the football.
It's this thing. There.
Ooh. This looks neat.
Yeah.
That will take me a little bit more time to determine its uses and origin. Let us examine this soul stone first. And he's been fiddling with like a device and assembling this it's like a little box. It's probably like it's effectively like it's a little box that's like maybe 6 inches long, 3 inches wide, maybe an inch deep. Like this little panel, and it's got a spot to snap the soul stone into, and it literally has like a speaker and like a microphone and like a couple of USB ports. If you would like us to check this stone, we can do that now.
Well, what do you guys say? Should we do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Might as well.
All right. He takes the stone. He snaps the soul stone into the device. This may take a moment. A couple of little lights start blinking on it. The soul stone glows a little bit. And suddenly, what the hell is going on?
Oh my god.
Okay, so I was in the middle of why is it black? Why is it black here? This is weird. Oh, sorry about that. He clicks a button, little webcam lights up that he plugs into the USB port. What? Where? Why am I on a table? Why? Raz, why am I on a table?
Why the fuck were you in a soul stone?
What do you mean I'm in a soul stone?
You're in a soul stone,
stone.
You're in a soul stone. I thought you were in Europe.
We had just gotten back. We had just flown back to Calisorda. Me and Barrow we were like at the airport. We were at the airport. Why am I in a dark room on a table? Why am I able to be this small on a table? Why?
Because you're in a soul stone.
What do you mean I'm in a soul stone?
Your soul is in a soul stone.
That does not... Bill, you are not making sense right now. You are... What do you mean I'm in a soul stone?
Okay, you know your red rock?
Yeah.
That was a soul stone.
What do you mean it was a soul stone?
I don't know. It was a soul stone.
Turns out that red rock was a soul
But you're
stone.
in another one.
Then what?
Your soul was in the rock instead of your body.
Yeah, your soul was just in this rock.
What do you mean my soul was in a rock?
That's
Wait, you didn't put
what
your...
we mean, though.
I didn't put my...
I assumed you put yourself in the rock.
I didn't put... What? How would I know how to... Why would I ever put myself in a rock? That does not make any sense. This is concerning.
I don't know what contingent... A lot of things you do don't make sense.
I don't... I only learned magic, like, after I got rid... Like, after your stupid brother... I mean, God rest his soul. After your brother took my stone off. I didn't...
He was stupid.
I didn't start learning magic until after that. I didn't know... What...
I mean, yeah, but you might have had
I don't even know what a soul stone is. What is a soul stone?
Okay.
A stone with a soul in it.
What?
Yours.
That is... What? Why am I in a rock?
Okay, so soul stones are these magical rocks that can hold a soul, either a soul from a living being from this dimension, or a soul pulled in from the ether of the outside world. We found this stone, and it was, like, in theory from your possession, and what do you know? You're in it.
What the... absolute hell. I am not... What?
You're in a soul stone.
That is so fucked up. That is so fucked up.
It is. We're not...
Ah, it's that NK.
with you, bro.
Hey, NK. Hi. You're in a rock. This is fucking weird. Hey,
I mean,
let's
we're
go
not
Babbitt.
disagreeing
All right.
with that.
So,
Yeah, but-
am I not me? What's happening to me right now? What was a baggage claim?
Yeah, Mikhail, what is happening to his body right now?
Oh, I have no idea. I guess if we turn the device off, if he's from that body, he should just go back to it.
What if he's not?
Well, then he'll just stay in the stone. So, if we turn the device off and then turn it on again, we'll know if Kel is actually the person supposed to be in Kel's body. What do you mean I might not be the person who's supposed to be in my body?
There might be someone else in your body.
We're actually not sure where your body is right now.
I can tell you, it was at the airport with Barrow.
Do you know when that was?
It's been a while, Kel.
No, I mean, we just came back.
Oh, boy.
We were in
Oh,
Europe
boy.
for several months, doing the dumbest shit. I will tell you, I mean, like, we got a list of names. We got so many names. Like, I mean, besides the actual order of the Greyhaven guys, there's, like, this whole other order, like, that's a different secret organization over in Europe. That, like...
Oh my god, there's so many cults.
There are so many cults. But these
Oh, man,
guys...
when you were gone, we found all sorts of crazy cults.
I believe you. Let me tell you, the European cults have really nice castles. I will tell you, they are, like, great. Like, there's like some eyes wide shut shit going on there that you do not want to, like... These are not the people you want to see doing these things. Let me tell you, it is gross. Just gross.
We just found an Andrew Lloyd Webber cult and a fast food cult.
That sounds more fun. But what do you mean I'm... Okay, so what I am hearing is that if you turn off the box and I don't go back to my body, that it's not my body? That would be the case.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fuck it, do it.
Only one way to find out.
Mikhail turns off the device. Soulstone goes back to being inert. Counts 1. Gotta do a cold boot. Make sure nothing's left in the RAM. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, no, it makes sense. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turns it back on. Jesus Christ, there was only blackness!
Not your body.
Who the hell's body is it? What do you mean?
know.
I have lived more than 2 decades on this earth. Just on this frickin' planet. And I've been living in someone else's body the whole time?
Sure looks that way.
Jesus fucking Christ. Does my baptism even count?
Hey, bud. I think we gotta learn some stuff about your folks.
Yeah, no kidding, because, wow.
I'm in a box!
Raz, I think we need to call your folks. Your dad.
So let's look at this other thing here. Yeah, sure, look at the other thing! Look at the, what the hell is that thing? The football is sitting there. Ooh, I can detect spooky! I can do that from a box! That's neat! You have a soul, therefore you have access to any magical abilities you have when you're in the device. You're just not a person. Great, I'm gonna beat someone to hook me up to a Roomba! Jesus Christ!
We're not gonna make you a Roomba. It'd be way too easy for you to get around.
Don't come out. We can make him into a Roomba and tape a knife to him.
I can give you guys some tools and interfaces so that if you wanted, Kel could temporarily drive one of you, but only if you consented.
I'm saying not it.
No.
Not it right now.
It would be you would have the ability to take back over yourself at any time. I am an I'm an ethical technomancer. Just because I believe the Aramecian laws on technomancy are archaic and ridiculous doesn't mean that I don't have a moral code. I will do that in a minute, but let's look at this lovely gem. Walks up to it and starts like looking at it with just like a magnifying glass with some runes around it. So great.
Okay.
So great. Somebody is with Barrow. Somebody is with Barrow Mackay right now at the airport. How fast can we get to the airport?
That's a legitimate question. What? Someone's got to go. We got to go check in on that.
What airport? In San Ricardo.
Oh, we're pretty far.
We are nowhere near that.
We're in Morris Helada right now. Jesus fucking Christ! That dirt track. Yes, this is not a great town. Mikhail knocks on the stone the same way that NK did earlier. It opens up.
Oh my god.
Oh boy. If you would give me a minute. Starts like putting little clamps on it to like electrical meters and like starts poking at it. These are all passive probes. They won't activate anything. They are just detecting radiant signatures. There's nothing magical about the devices I am hooking up to it beyond receptors. They are only going to detect the same things that you or I would detect as spookiness that comes off into the room. Do not be concerned. Well, unless that light on the wall starts blinking blue. If the green light on that thing turns blue, then we should probably run, but that has only happened twice. This week.
Good, only twice.
This week.
This week. Wonderful.
So great. I am apparently a parasite that has been occupying a body for 25 years, and whoever's been trapped behind my eyes for 2 decades is now with Barrow Mackay.
Yeah, is there any way we can contact Barrow and let him know?
No, we had to ditch our phones. We had to ditch our phones to get past... We were being tracked, and so we had
but
burners.
Do you have any new phones?
No, we had to ditch the burners we were using internationally, or else they would have tracked us back to San Ricardo. We ditched those in frickin' Milan.
Well, do we know anyone we can call, like, that we can trust to go check on Barrow, who's still
The
in
only
the
person
area?
I know to call is NK, and she's standing over here. Someone turned my webcam.
I turned his webcam.
Yeah.
El turns it.
After a few minutes of, like, researching, and you do notice occasionally, like, oh yeah, so Bill, roll me a d10.
Oh boy.
This is not important, but just roll it for me anyways.
8.
Yeah, you notice that actually some of the runes on the taco board are moving.
Oh, this is great.
It's completely unrelated to anything. This is just to show passage of time as Mikhail comes back. So, I suspected it when it opened, but I have confirmed it. This thing is an artifact long thought lost from the Feywild. There is only one scroll that describes what it is, and the item itself. Never did we think we would. I thought it would be blue, but it is red. But I think I know what it is.
Okay.
It is the Stone of Rebirth.
The what now?
If there is wording on this that you cannot read because... And he pulls a blacklight out, like literally pulls a blacklight, and the thing is just covered in runes when he pulls out the blacklight. Just
oh my god.
absolutely covered in runes. There's all over the thing. If a person put enough magical charge into this device, because it is a device, It is an ancient Fey device. If they put enough charge into it and bound themselves into it accordingly, if they were to be killed, they would be reborn as an infant in the device. That is why it opens and is why it is cushioned. It is important to support an infant's head. That is just good child-rearing thinking. In case you needed to know, he taps Bill on the shoulder.
Thank you.
Wait
a minute, are you guys thinking what I'm thinking?
What are you thinking?
We've been up against this crazy cult that might be related to Hollowell, and Hollowell is supposed to come back a third time, and we just found a magical rebirthing device.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh.
I have a question. What do we know about Hollowell?
Well, I mean, we know that he is an elf. We know that he first showed up as an older elf in like the Old West in like the 1870s. I think I don't remember exactly the year, and then Ace of Stormwood killed him, and he said he'd come back. And then he showed up again in he showed up again as an older elf in the 90s?
Yeah. Do we know it at all? What he looked like when he was young?
No.
Yeah, okay.
Oh boy.
When he resurfaced, he usually had like gotten himself into some level of power.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, God.
All I know is I live in a box now.
Yeah, that's where you live now.
Wait a minute. I really don't like where this is taking me.
Keep going. It's taking you there.
We have... Okay, so Kel's soul is inside a rock.
Yeah.
Kel's body...
Is not his.
We know there's a rebirthing device, and we also know that the Stormwood family raised Kel in that body that he was occupying.
After defeating Hollowell the last time. Yeah. Raz, call your dad.
Yeah, I'm gonna whip out my phone and call my dad.
Okay. What's your dad's first name again?
Oh, I forget.
It's your real dad's first name.
Oh, Bob.
You did this on purpose because you knew you were going to forget. We had a whole discussion. But Robert Stormwood. Okay.
Oh, Berlin's past me was a smart. Oh, good job, Pascal.
Okay, you're gonna call Robert Stormwood?
Yep.
All right.
Hello?
Hey, Dad.
Hey, sweetheart. What can I do for you?
I need to know where you got Cal from.
Oh, Kel was he was just an orphan. Jim brought him to us. He had found him by the precinct and knew that we were thinking about having another kid. And, your mother and I, and so, it's, yeah. So Jim had this baby elf that he found, had been left at the precinct, and he brought him to us. because he knew, we had the money, we could take care. Your mother wants to know what your plans are for Thanksgiving this year, by the way. Are you and Kel coming out?
That's gonna be a little hard. Since we...
I don't want to bother you too much. It's just it would...
No, it's just hard. It's just I've been through a lot.
Your mom hasn't
a short amount of time.
We haven't seen you since Christmas.
Yeah, I know.
And, we were talking to Father Mark, and, he was really sad he didn't come out for the Easter services, and,
I can't fly out for every mass.
I know, but, it's... You know how your mom gets.
Kel's in a rock.
Dad, Kel is a soul stone.
What do you mean, Kel is a soul stone?
You know that red rock that he always had on him?
Yeah, that was in the bassinet that was left with him.
Yeah, well, I'm with a technomancer right now.
Oh, honey, that's illegal.
Yeah, I know, but I was following clues for Hollowell.
Hollowell? I mean, Why were you following clues for Hollowell?
Because he's slated to come back a third time.
Yeah, but it took him like 100 years to come back the first time.
Yeah, well, it's happening quicker now.
What do you mean that Kel was that's you're telling me that stone that was with him was a soul stone?
Yeah. And we were able to look inside of it to see whose soul was in it, and turns out it's Kel's. And we tried to send the soul back to the body, but it won't take.
What does that mean?
It means that body doesn't actually belong to Kel.
Oh, honey.
So... you telling me that you don't know where that body came from?
It was an infant. It was brought... Jim Johnson. You know him.
Yeah.
He helped me defeat Hollowell the first time.
Yeah.
I mean, the time I defeated him.
Yeah, second.
Yeah, he's out there in the San Ricardo Police Department.
Yeah, no, he's been a great help for me.
Yeah. No, he's the one who brought us the infant.
Okay, I'll ask Jim then.
But is Kel okay?
Kel, are you okay?
I'm in a box!
He's okay. He's not hurt. He's just mad.
I mean, it sounds like you're telling me he's in a box.
Yeah. Right now, it's kind of like a webcam, kind of like a tiny computer laptop thingy. So
wait, who's walking around in his body?
we don't know.
We kinda do know.
We have a guess.
We have a really solid guess.
Oh, crap. Honey, I have to go. We've got a client here, and... Okay, that's a bomb. Honey, I have to go. There's a bomb.
Okay. We think Hollowell's in Kel's body. Bye!
What?
Click. That sounds like you have a good relationship with your father.
Yeah, he's gonna call me back later. Oh, I'm bad about that one. Oh well, okay. Moving on.
So great, I'm in a box.
Yep.
I've apparently been Hollowell this whole time, so that's neat. And we have a giant magical object that he gets reborn into if we kill him. That's fucked up.
Wait, can we break it?
That's a good question.
Mikhail, can we break it?
You asking Mikhail? I couldn't hear you. Sorry, because cross.
Yeah.
That is a good question. He reaches under the table and pulls out a hammer. He walks over to the Stone of Rebirth, the football.
Magically, without trying to... Okay.
He hits it with a hammer. The hammer bounces out of his hand and embeds in the ceiling.
Cool, that's what I thought would happen. Is there a magical way to break it?
Oh, I don't know. He reaches under the table, pulls a hammer with a bunch of runes on it.
Gee, dang it.
Look, magical items are simple. They're hard to build. They're easy to break. The only thing you have to look out for is explosions. What color is the light on the wall? Someone tell me. Someone want to look?
Yep.
It's blue.
It's blue.
Okay, I'm not going to hit it with that hammer. Okay, so we're going to back away from this thing slowly. And hope that light turns back to green in a few minutes. And if it doesn't...
Oh, jeez.
I will have to, I won't care about anything anymore, I guess.
Okay.
So let's just hope it turns back to green. Yeah, let's
Should
hope
we deal with this other situation then?
Okay, so the soulstone thing. All right, here, give me a few minutes. He starts fiddling around with parts. Okay. So effectively, he takes a bag full of devices and parts and hands it to NK. So with this, you can do a lot of stuff with this. You should be able to create a rudimentary device by using this attachment. You can allow it to take over a person. That's neat. Again, the person it takes over has to consent. They can revoke consent at any time. That is a safety mechanism. We perform technomancy ethically here. Soulstone can be directly attached to a person, but I don't believe that is correct to do. Also, the resident soul inside that body is still there watching everything you do. So, it's kind of like a hell to be trapped inside a body with the ability not to control it. Meanwhile, if you consent to it, you can take over whenever you start to panic. This device will allow you to connect this device to various other computer equipment using standard USB-A and USB-C ports. Technomancy. Does little jazz hands. And also, the battery in this will last about 12 hours. Obviously, the soul will be fine if the battery goes dead. It's just the interface will be unfunctional until you recharge it. Oh, here's a cigarette lighter adapter.
I'm shocked, but also very happy this exists.
NK is now holding a bag full of Kel. So this is humiliating. I'm just, Also, it has Bluetooth. That is not, a useful thing to tell me right now. You are, no kidding, there would not have been a problem if you hadn't turned the box on and ripped me out of my body. I mean, we could have gone on life never knowing this shit, and I would have continued to survive. I mean, I haven't been getting good sleep for a while since I lost apparently my soul. But
I mean, to be fair, this would have all ended in tears later rather than sooner. So,
all I know,
yeah.
So right now, what I know is that Beryl Mackay is standing with Hollowell in the San Ricardo airport. Oh, and he's
we should probably book it back to
And again, the trapped soul that would have been in that body has been watching everything. So you're telling me that Hollowell, not only have I been walking around in Hollowell's body, but Hollowell's watched every single thing we've ever done. My whole life.
And yeah, it is seeming that way.
And he's there right now with a friend of ours who we have no way of contacting.
So it would seem.
We gotta boogie, you guys. Like, we gotta do something.
Can we call the airport?
And say what?
Barrow Mackay, you have a phone call. Or whatever name that would be youthful.
Are they even still at the airport?
That's a great question. We could find out.
Because we were getting our baggage. We were about to go walk out to a taxi.
Okay.
And we've been sitting here long enough that there's no way that they're still at the airport.
Where are you planning on going?
Alternatively,
We were going home.
Okay.
we gotta head back, whatever we do.
Like Kel again, it's just a little box in like in a bag with a little webcam sticking out the top.
It might
Also,
be
could you hold me
best
higher?
I'm just saying it might. There's no way Hollowell knows that we discovered the soul stone. Maybe we can play it cool.
Yeah, sure. Let's go play it cool. Let's get the hell. We're in freaking Helada. It's gonna be like 4-hour drive.
Well, then let's go.
Would you like some tacos?
Let's start
on the road?
driving now. Then
Come
on.
I can provide you with some tacos.
No, thank you.
We
We're
gotta
fine.
get going. We're good.
I will
Thanks.
never eat a taco again. That is very sad. Someone put me in them so I can eat a taco. I'm not getting out the parts to
Oh
let
my
you
God.
hook up into a person so you can eat a taco, Cal.
Oh my God, we do not have time for this. Come on.
I'm gonna have to delete my Tinder profile. And my Grindr.
It's not like anyone was swiping right on you anyway. Come on.
You don't know what I was doing on Saturday nights. And I did very well in Europe, let me tell you. Very well.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Right? No, let me tell you, there was this guy. Oh, Esteban was handsome.
Tacos, and we're going.
All right, so I'm assuming you guys pile into the SUV and floor.
Yes.
Yes.
Do I get a couple road tacos from Mikhail?
Yeah, he just has tacos ready.
Awesome. I'm taking road tacos.
They were in a magical stasis field on the other side of the room. So they're perfectly fresh, like they were just made, but already ready. He's a technomancer obsessed with making the perfect taco. They are good tacos. They are not perfect.
Not yet.
No.
I'll come back for the perfect one.
Okay, please do not tell anyone I am here.
No problem.
All right, you guys get in the car. It is a very stressful drive. Kel figures out that the Bluetooth is quite handy because he can talk to you through the car. I have access to the backup camera. That's neat.
Jeez.
All right.
Maybe you can be our talking car. This can be, an 80s action show.
All right.
Do you really want to give Kel that much access?
Good point.
I'm assuming Babbitt's driving.
Babbitt is driving.
NK has already plugged her phone into Kel. So good news, bad news. So the good news is that I've accessed the internet. The bad news is all the security cameras at Stormwood and Associates are disconnected.
What the butts?
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, this is bad. This is very bad.
All right. You guys drive the 4 hours. It's a very stressful, tense drive.
Call people. Call people.
Who are you calling?
Names. I don't have names.
Mara.
Mara
Mara's
first,
Mara's
then
not
the good
answering.
intern.
Mara's not answering. The interns aren't answering.
Okay. You know who we're definitely not calling is Jim Johnson, who, as far as I'm concerned, is definitely confirmed member of the Order of Hallowell.
Greyhaven.
Whatever.
Hallowell was a leader of the Order of Greyhaven at one point.
Greyhaven.
Yeah.
Hey, I like it when Babbitt sasses the DM.
Oh. Yeah. All right. So you guys, it's a very stressful drive. You get to the office. You are in the parking garage downstairs. You can either take the elevator up or you can take the stairs.
Not the elevator.
Definitely not the elevator.
All right.
Here's a
All right. So you climb up the stairs, past the first floor, which you don't occupy, which is just a gym. You get to the second floor where the Stormwood offices are. All the lights are off in the Stormwood office. It's nighttime when you get home. When you get back to the office, the lights are all out.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
What can I see?
It's just really dark. Like,
yeah. Okay.
In the lobby, you can't. So right now you're in the lobby out by the front desk.
Yep.
There is a figure slumped over the front desk.
I go over to her.
Not loving it.
It's Mara.
Check, see if she's alive.
So Mara is at the edge of death.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
But she is still technically alive.
Okay. Last minute save.
All right.
Yeah, I've got...
You.
Yeah, I can't do a spell right now.
I'd like to do a last minute save.
All right. So, last minute. Oh, let me glance at your archetype here. I've got the manual. Investigator, street toast, soldier. I wish I had the list of things in what order they are.
Or just medical attention, whatever.
I think medical. I think she's not dead.
Yeah.
So, I think last minute save would be probably the easier thing to do because you don't have to waste a sweet move though.
Okay.
So you can stabilize her to 1 point below her maximum damage. It's, if we recall back to the, Mara kind of coughs awake.
Yeah, Kel, apparently Kel isn't Kel. Kel is Hollowell, but Kel is actually Kel. He's...
I'm over here in
a
a
rock.
box! What the fuck? She kind of climbs up to her feet because you got her above. Why are the lights out? She kind of stumbles over to the light switch. Turns it on. The lights all click on across the office.
I didn't think that would work. I guess, try everything.
Strewn across the floor of the rest of the office are the 5 interns. Amy, Mike, Lucian, Jenny, and Brian are all on the ground in pools of blood. Hanging from the ceiling in the main office from a hook is the limp body of Beryl Mackay.
Jesus.
Check them. Check. NK just kind of is breathing. Check if they were killed here. They're probably still alive. There's a ward. I put a ward. I put a ward on the office.
Okay, check them all.
Yeah, the interns are all, like, kind of in the state that Mara was. Like, they look worse, but they are all, like, holding on to life magically.
Okay.
And so if you
And
would...
Barrow?
Barrow's another case. But if you last-minute save the interns, they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Because, frankly, they're fodder, so, being, they're a third of the way to fully healthy when they have one. When they have two damage.
They will be safe for right now, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm going to check Barrow.
Barrow is... NK is struggling to pull him down. And his limp body falls to the ground after a moment of her getting him off the hook that he was on.
Oh, jeez.
Barrow Mackay is fully dead.
I don't think I can do anything for him. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can't.
There's nothing any of us could do at this point.
If he wasn't... I must have killed him before they got here. NK's just
right.
sort of crying over Barrow.
Okay. I turn to the interns, and do what I can to help them.
You're able to get all the interns up.
Yeah. Okay.
Thankfully, the warding that NK put on the office did its job.
Yeah.
After a few moments, NK looks up, stands up, looks at Raz. We need to kill him now. We need to kill him immediately. Are you going to help me, or are you going to be in my way?
Bring my gun out of its holster, chamber it, and nod.
And that's where we'll end our session. Next week, we are not going to have a regular episode. We're going to have a behind-the-scenes cast talk back about what just happened, because that was a lot. And then regular shows will resume the week after that. My name is Trey Dorn, and I was your GM for this episode. Joining me, as always, were Nick Izumi as Bill, Kyle Johnson as Babbitt, and, of course, Gen Proc as Raz Stormwood. Stormwood & Associates is a production of Nerd and Tie. You can find more information at nerdandtie.com/Stormwood. You can also find us on social media at Nerd and Tie on Twitter, nerdandtie.tumblr.com, and facebook.com/nerdandtie. This podcast can be subscribed to on anywhere that major podcasts are found: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and quite a few other places, and anywhere that takes an RSS feed as well. To be continued. Hey, while you're still here, let me tell you about another podcast on the Nerd and Tie Network. And that's Let's Be Legendary. Let's Be Legendary, the Feywild West, is a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play game. So, an actual play game like this one, but like, in a system people actually use in the real world. Set in a homebrew Wild West steampunk world, The Feywild West follows two people discovering what it means to be in a relationship, all the while seeking revenge and learning the truth of their pasts. Let's Be Legendary podcast is an LGBTQ+ podcast with both main and minor characters, as well as players falling under the queer blanket. A heavy RP game with a focus on story and characters. And you can hear it every week here on the Nerd and Tie Network, and you can find all of their subscription information and links at nerdandtie.com/legendary.